From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Ottawa's temporary suspension of some fuel taxes kicks in today. Canadians likely to save 10 cents per litre on regular gasoline and 4 cents on a litre of diesel. Prime Minister Mark Carney announced last week a pause on those fuel excise taxes until Labor Day to help tame prices at the pumps. U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to join Israel to wage a war against Iran 7 weeks ago and the resulting chokehold of shipments through the Strait of Hormuz has sent global energy costs surging. Meantime, Pakistan is preparing for new talks between the U.S. and Iran. The U.S. attacked and seized an Iranian cargo ship over the weekend, accusing it of evading a blockade. With a ceasefire set to expire Wednesday, Pakistan has intensified diplomatic efforts to resume talks Tuesday. Postal workers across the country can start casting their ballots today on a new tentative deal with Canada Post.
The 55,000 employees represented by the Canadian Union of Postal Workers can vote until May 30th on whether to ratify the 5-year deal. Canada Post and the union have long sparred over wages and structural changes to the postal service. Workers themselves have taken to picket lines multiple times. While most of the union board has endorsed the deal, the union president has asked members to vote no, saying it rolls back rights and compensation. Aaron Sousa, The Canadian Press.
Governor General Mary Simon will be at the United Nations in New York today to discuss Canada's role in reconciliation with Indigenous peoples.
According to a notice from her office, Simon will speak about the importance of meaningful engagement and building stronger relationships. She is scheduled to deliver a keynote address to the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, where she will underscore Canada's commitment to implementing the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. That declaration's use in Canada has come under fire, and some governments have attempted to water down its application after courts cited it in their rulings. David Augustine, The Canadian Press.
Louisiana is grief-stricken after 8 children were killed in a violent attack yesterday by a man who was the father of 7 of the kids. The crime scene at 2 homes.
Police in Shreveport calling it a domestic disturbance. 7 children found dead inside one house.
There was an additional deceased child that looked like he had tried to escape.
The gunman leading police on a chase. Officers killing the suspect.
The children ranged in age from 3 to 11. 2 women, including the gunman's wife, were also shot and critically injured. Dozens of homes and streets are at risk of flooding as water levels on the Ottawa River are predicted to rise today by roughly 30 centimeters. Gatineau is among several communities in Quebec and Ontario watching closely as renewed rain forecasts put pressure on flood-prone areas. Some parts of northeastern Ontario and central Ontario's Minden Hills are under states of emergency. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the NHL playoffs continue tonight with 4 games on tap, including a series opener in Edmonton, where the Oilers will play host to the Anaheim Ducks. The Ottawa Senators will look to even their best-of-7 series at a game apiece when they face the Carolina Hurricanes in Raleigh. Juraj Slafkovsky scored his 3rd power play goal in overtime as the Montreal Canadiens beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-3 in the opener of their first-round series last night. In the NBA, the Toronto Raptors will aim to even their first-round playoff series tonight when they face the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2. The Cavs won the opener. The Toronto Blue Jays open a 3-game series tonight in Anaheim against the LA Angels. The Blue Jays having snapped their 4-game losing streak yesterday with a 10-4 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks, due in part to 8 runs in the first inning. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.